The boost he needs to challenge for fourth.
So Team Penske teaming up on the inside of the racetrack, led by Brad Keselowski. Now Kyle Busch will slide down to the bottom of the racetrack, as will Dale Earnhardt Jr., trying to look to the inside of race leader Denny Hamlin.
He slipped down to the inside, then shot up to the high side of the banking, trying to get a run at Denny. He saw him coming, and so he crossed over and blocked the challenge. Now they're back in single file going to one.
There's safety in numbers, and apparently there's also speed. Whatever line picks up the most race cars tends to move toward the front. Right now, it's Team Penske to the bottom. Keselowski goes to the third spot. Here comes Joey Logano challenging Busch for fourth.
Side by side, they race to the back straightaway. Now Logano finds himself with no drafting help, and he'll go all the way to the back of this pack almost, as he'll jump in line in front of Jamie McMurray in the entrance of three.
Single file this time through turns 3 and 4, led by Denny Hamlin. Then it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr., Brad Keselowski. Further back, Ryan Newman looking to the outside with Joey Logano, but they'll fade just a bit.
4 laps remain in segment 2 as they work across the stripe. Denny Hamlin showing the way. Dale Earnhardt Jr., that's the Chevrolet. Then Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Marcus Ambrose. Single file up to you, Dave.
Ryan Newman rides right behind Ambrose's machine. Then the Joey Logano car, and then about 4 car lengths back to Jamie McMurray. For the moment, everybody nose to tail to the super stretch.
Leaders come to the back straightaway. Again, Denny Hamlin is the man in command. He will bring the field to the back stretch with Dale Earnhardt Jr. right behind him. Keselowski tucked up behind Earnhardt. Busch and Ambrose, your top 5.
Single file right to the bottom of the racetrack goes Denny Hamlin and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Brad Keselowski, meanwhile, a half a lane off of the bottom, looks to the outside, thought about it, fell back in the line. He settles in the third.
Marcus Ambrose also was thinking about something as they came up off turn number 4. He's looked out to the outside for a chance to make a move. It might cost him. Indeed, it will. He loses the draft going to turn 1.
They slide to the outside of Marcus Ambrose. He'll lose 1 spot, or maybe, as Ryan Newman groups up to the bottom, but Ambrose is going to fight back, and he'll do so with authority. Holds off Newman, who now will go backwards as everybody else goes topside.
Ambrose will hang on to that number 5 position. You got Logano behind him in 6th, McMurray in 7th, and now here's Kyle Busch, pretty wide. Ambrose to the bottom, and Keselowski in the middle.
A great run for Marcus Ambrose to the bottom of the racetrack. Brad Keselowski still stuck in the middle. Kyle Busch topside with little help. They are still 3 wide off of turn 4.
And just when you think that things are going to settle down and they're going to just take these 8 cars to the final segment, all of a sudden they begin to shake it up. 2 wide, 3 wide, racing back to turn 1.
They are not making their way toward the front of the pack, though, as they battle 2 and 3 abreast. Top 4 remain single file. Then Jamie McMurray to the inside of Ryan Newman. Give McMurray the 5th spot. Newman back to 6th. Then Marcus Ambrose and Joey Logano.
That's the way the tail end of the field looks. At the front of the field on the other end, it's Hamlin, it's Earnhardt, it's Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. They remain in single file formation.
That's the top 4. Then it's McMurray, but just behind Kyle Busch, followed by Ryan Newman, Marcus Ambrose, and Joey Logano. That's the top 8. All still chasing Denny Hamlin.
If you're going to make your move, now's the time. 1 lap remaining in the second of the 3 segments this evening. At the line, it's Denny Hamlin. Right behind him, stacked up there, is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Brad Keselowski maybe looking for a chance to make a move in 1.
Only man out of line for the moment is the Ryan Newman machine. He's fought his way back into a side-by-side battle with Jamie McMurray for the number 5 spot. Front of the pack, it's still Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin continues to show the way now. Brings that car to the back straightaway. Dale Earnhardt Jr. not making any moves, but Brad Keselowski is. Keselowski to the bottom. He'll bypass Earnhardt. Now it's Keselowski. He'll go to 2nd.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. stuck in that outside lane. The entire field will pass him on the bottom. Hamlin leads off of turn 4. Here comes Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch trying to set up a challenge.
Denny Hamlin won segment number 1. Denny Hamlin will win segment number 2. He crosses the stripe in front of Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray, and Marcus Ambrose. And just a moment ago, I believe either Kyle, Ricky, or Mike Bagley said that Dale Earnhardt Jr. was going to drop out of the draft and fall all the way to the tail. That's all the way to 8th. We're under caution flag. Segment 2 is done. Denny Hamlin, like he did in segment 1, has won segment 2.